Ready to dive into college basketball action. The Alabama Crimson Tide and North Carolina Tar Heels face off tonight in a high-paced showdown. Let's analyze. Alabama comes in averaging 86.6 points per game, ranked 11th nationally, while North Carolina scores 8 to 9.7 points, good for 7th. Both offenses are powerful, but defense is the key tonight. Alabama allows 78 points per game, and North Carolina gives up 80.1, making this matchup seem like a shootout on paper. However, with Alabama missing lateral right side JR for the season and Chris Youngblood likely out, their offensive depth will take a hit. The sportsbook set the total at 175.5. But our enhanced AI system projects just 167.2 points, factoring in injuries, turnovers, and pace disruptions. This discrepancy is where we find value. Today's AI pick is the under 175.5. We're confident in this number because the data consistently points to inefficiencies being overestimated in the current line. With fewer scoring threats and a slightly slower game tempo, this is where the edge lies. Let's lock it in and move on to Game 2.
Ready for another exciting matchup. Today, we're breaking down the highly anticipated game between the Marquette Golden Eagles and the Iowa State Cyclones. The sportsbooks have Iowa State favored by 5.5 points, but is that line justified? Let's dig in. Iowa State comes into this game averaging 86.8 points per game and shooting an impressive 50.9% from the field. They've been dominant at home, winning 30 consecutive non-conference games at Hilton Coliseum. But Marquette is no slouch, boasting a perfect 8-0 record. Their defense allows just 63.6 points per game, and they excel at forcing turnovers, averaging 12.4 steals per game. Our enhanced AI system projects a much closer game. We see Iowa State winning by only 3.7 points, well below the 5.5-point spread. This makes Marquette 5.5 at 105 an excellent value play. As for the total, sportsbooks set it at 150.5. But our system projects 149.9, while the difference is small. The slight edge leans towards the under. So today's AI pick is Marquette 5.5. We're confident in this line as our system highlights the value in a game that should be tighter than expected. Let's lock it in and move on to Game 3.
What's the real story behind tonight's clash between the Auburn Tigers and Duke Blue Devils? Let's break it down. Duke enters with a 5-2 record and boasts one of the best defenses in college basketball, allowing just 58.6 points per game and holding opponents to a 35.2% field goal percentage. Meanwhile, Auburn comes in undefeated at 7-0, powered by an elite offense averaging 86.7 points per game and shooting 52.5% from the field, third best nationally. While the sportsbooks favor Duke by 2.5 points, we see this game playing out differently. Duke's defense and rebounding should play a pivotal role, especially at Cameron Indoor Stadium, where they've been dominant against non-conference opponents. Today's pick is Duke minus 2.5. Their ability to control the boards and lock down opponents defensively gives them the edge in a tightly contested game. Lock it in, and we'll see you in the next video.